The DOJ released a video that at first everybody said they couldn't find a video of Cassie Ventura being beaten. They couldn't find it. It didn't exist. You saw one clip, and then you saw DOJ released another clip to the news. So the DOJ had that clip to begin with. So the people who are telling you that they don't have the Epstein file, they're full of shit. What other way do you want me to explain that? They're lying to you. The ones that are telling you, Pam Bondi, that she only had a little bit, it is bullshit. Bullshit. Because they told you the same thing. And now you're seeing it with the Sean Combs case. About him beating the hell out of females. I knew about the parties going on with multiple people, so it wasn't just Sean Combs. I knew about all of that, but I left early. So guilty. How many people did you hear say about Cassie Ventura that I knew that she was being abused? I knew that it was wrong. I knew what he was doing. The case that is on right now that you guys are seeing is out of New York City. Anywhere. Whoever tried just got painted a target on it. And whoever lied was exposed. I am grateful for the amount of people.
Ollie Carter is finally back from hiding, and she just exposed the $50 million bribe that Diddy paid to get his RICO charge dropped. And baby, the justice system is way more corrupt than we thought. Turns out Diddy has been secretly sending payments to jurors' families, pretending they're charity donations through the church. Kardashians might even be helping him do this. This isn't the first time Diddy has done something like this, but it's definitely the biggest one yet. Ollie Carter isn't letting him get away without spilling all the tea. When Diddy was arrested, this was the exact same plan he used to stop witnesses and victims from speaking out. He's used the same trick again, this time to influence the jurors. Of course, the jurors still had to find him guilty of something, otherwise it would have been too obvious that something shady was going on. But when it came to the RICO charge, they cleared it because it was the biggest one. Diddy's bribery and victim payoffs were exposed before when people started looking into how the Kardashians used their favorite church to avoid taxes. If you remember, Kris Jenner got exposed for opening California Community Church, where members had to pay $1,000 a month and give more than 10% of their income as tithes. First, people thought Kris made the church just to help her and her daughters get tax breaks. But it turns out it wasn't just about taxes. The church was also being used to secretly pay victims of famous celebrities, including Diddy. Apparently, Lou Taylor, a well-known Hollywood manager who worked with Diddy, Justin, and the Kardashians, is also a board member of that church. They've been getting large amounts of money from Diddy, which they used to pay off his victims. These payments are disguised as charity donations, so nobody looks into them.
24 hours before the raid, Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? Well, come to find out, this person by the name of Lou Taylor is apparently Diddy's manager. And this Lou Taylor woman is also on the board of Hillsong's church home. Follow me, go with me. They is doing all of this, child, in the name of the Lord. Just follow the story. Now, to cover myself, everything in this video is alleged, honey. This is what I digged up, and I don't know how much truth is to it, but there's reportings, okay? So everything that I'm saying is allegedly. Keep that in mind. So, Lou Taylor apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund, okay? Not only that, Kim Kardashian mama has been making these girls pay 10% tithes to some church that Lou Taylor and her husband is basically owner, co-owner, or whatever. So I was like, let me look into this Lou Taylor person. I'm thinking Lou Taylor was a guy who was a woman with a husband, whole husband. And they doing ministry and everything. Now, mind you, y'all remember the whole thing with Britney Spears? So come to find out, Lou Taylor, this gets deep, y'all, hold on. Okay, so Lou Taylor is the CEO of TriStar Sports and Entertainment. She's like a business manager icon. Now, Mike, do y'all know the Lohans? What's the Lindsay Lohan? So she apparently, allegedly, she has been behind most of these stars' conservatorship situations, especially Britney Spears. So before we talk about Britney, Mike Lohan, which is the Lohan girl, Lindsay Lohan's daddy, accused Lou Taylor and the mama Dina Lohan for trying to put Lindsay Lohan in a conservatorship concerning her money. Also, allegedly, there's a lawsuit from 2021 with Astroworld tragedy, and she's being sued for employment discrimination. This is what this Lou lady is. Now, Lou Associates maintain intense control also over Britney Spears' life and money. And she was behind even the conservatorship of why Britney Spears had that conservatorship, because she ended up becoming the business manager and took over the financial pieces of Britney Spears' whole situation.
Well, according to Ollie Carter, this is the same method Diddy used to bribe the jurors to get a favorable verdict. But she didn't stop there. She also criticized the prosecutors for never mentioning the children that Diddy allegedly touched. Ollie said she was almost added to the list of witnesses, but once they found out she planned to talk about what Diddy did to kids, they removed her from the list. They also removed hundreds of others who were going to speak about the horrible things they saw Diddy do to children.
Witnesses on the case. And I don't know if they even got through all of those witnesses, but Maureen Comey is the prosecutor of this case, on this case in New York City. And she never asked about the children. And, you know, there's so many people who wanted me to be a witness on this trial.
Ollie also called out people like Lil Boozy and Funk Flex, who have been harassing Cassie and telling her to stop attacking Diddy because he has kids who support him. But they forget that he hurt other people when they were kids too. Ollie said she was just 15 when Diddy essayed her in his LA mansion. Cassie was only 19 when he started dating her. They were also kids, but no one cared back then. Now people suddenly care about his kids' mental health when it's time for Diddy to be held accountable.
On the side of pedophiles, they keep calling Sean Combs' children, his twin daughter and his other daughter, You with me still? Yes? Okay. They keep calling them kids. The twins and the daughter is kids. They don't need to be in the case because they're kids. Cassie Ventura was not called a child. Everybody tore that woman apart because they saw a pregnant grown woman sitting on that trial telling her story that everybody covered up as she was 19 years old. People are addressing Sean Combs' kids as kids, but they won't address Cassie as a kid when this happened to her. Do you understand what I'm saying? I was 15 years old when I had dealings with Sean Combs. She was 19. You get me? Okay? We're not talking about the other children that were on this case. Now, as you guys are saying, I told you, the justice system is rigged. I don't know how many ways people need to say that, see it for themselves, research it, dig on it, and not understand that the justice system is rigged. And we've been saying that since the beginning. We went through court cases. We went through private investigators. This is how we have the insurance and the documents and the things and the receipts that we have, because we have been through this so many times before, where the victim is the one who gets the most hell and the predators walk. The amount of people that you've seen, I want you to stop and think about how many people were enabling this case.
Ollie accused the prosecutors of helping Diddy escape punishment. She said this whole case was never meant to put him in jail. It was just a humiliation ritual to embarrass him. And now that they've done that, they're covering things up to help him. She even said the feds knew about Diddy's actions back in the 2000s but let him continue until Cassie filed her lawsuit. That lawsuit made the authorities look bad because people were wondering how they didn't notice what was going on. They only went after Diddy to protect their own image. Ollie also said many people knew what Diddy was doing but stayed quiet because they were getting paid.
Here, the DOJ released a video that at first everybody said they couldn't find a video of Cassie Ventura being... They couldn't find it. It didn't exist. You saw one clip, and then you saw DOJ release another clip to the news. So the DOJ had that clip to begin with. So the people who are telling you that they don't have the Epstein file, they're full of shit. What other way do you want me to explain that? They're lying to you. The ones that are telling you, Pam Bondi, that she only had a little bit, it is bullshit. Bullshit. Because they told you the same thing, and now you're seeing it with the Sean Combs case. They told you they just had a little bit of a video, and then it got released. That's on the DOJ. They lied to you. They told you that nothing happened, that this man, Sean Combs, was just this rap mogul that everybody loved. No, he couldn't have hurt nobody. He couldn't have did anything. And then all this stuff came out. Well, he did that. But yeah, he couldn't have did anything else. And then something else came out. Okay, well, maybe he did that too. But he couldn't have did anything else. And then something else comes out. How many people did you hear say, I left a party early? I knew about the abuse. I knew about children being there. I knew about him the hell out of females. I knew about the parties going on with multiple people, so it wasn't just Sean Combs. I knew about all of that, but I left early. So guilty. How many people did you hear say about Cassie Ventura that I knew that she was being abused? I knew that she was wrong. I knew what he was doing, but I'm just now speaking about it. Guilty.
Coward.
How many maids did it take to clean up a penthouse suite? Know that there was blood and glass everywhere, but they kept their mouth shut because they got paid. Guilty. So we're not talking, let's go back down to the bottom. The hotel manager that you guys never seen his face at first of this hotel, he heard the beat. He heard the screaming. He knew what was going on. He knew that Sean Combs was in there. He knew that he had other girls with him. He knew what was going on. He had the footage. He talked to the security. That hotel manager is who took that footage from the security and said, okay, hand me some money or help me be quiet and I'm going to shut the hell up. You did not hear anything from that hotel manager until now. But they told you, that hotel manager, if you would have went back then, they would have told you, no, we don't know anything. Cover up. Guilty. The security that were on shift that night, that knew about this footage, that knew he dragged her down the hallway, that knew he kicked her in the back and all over the place. The hotel security that knew about that, they looked away. They got paid off. Guilty. How many ways now the FBI that have had all of this information for a really long time looked away from it as well. Guilty.
Ollie said she almost lost her mind when she found out Diddy was getting off the charges. She had been trying so hard to move on from the essay she experienced, but everything came back when the case got popular again. She completely broke down and started crying.
Going anywhere. Whoever tried just got painted a target on it. And whoever lied was exposed. I am grateful for the amount of people. I wanted to give a damn about somebody saying they love me just because they love me. I didn't want anybody because they wanted me or my body or what they could do to me. I'm nobody's weapon. I'm nobody's toy. I'm nobody's punching bag anymore. And that's all I ever fucking wanted. Do you hear me? I have held my shit in. I've been a vault. I don't usually get upset. I try to just keep that shit going because what can I do? Nothing.
Anyone who has been following Ollie knows she really cares about kids. So this case is very painful for her, not just because Diddy is still free, but also because these children will never get justice. Not long ago, she said that some of the kids were kidnapped and used as sacrifices by celebrities to stay young. She claimed these poor kids were kept in chains and used in satanic rituals. Ollie didn't say exactly where these rituals happened, but she said she saw it all while working in the industry. Most of the kids didn't survive, and the few that did came out deeply traumatized.
But right now, I think a lot of people are not ready for someone to tell you that there are 3-4-year-olds that people take pride in sticking bars up children. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people tie 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old children to horse stables and have horses and dogs raise them, and then they get off on that. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people hang children upside down in satanic ritual abuse meetings, and they literally hang them. Literally, by metal prongs, they hang them to get blood dripping out of them, and people go up under and like you're under a rainfall to take their blood. There are situations that I don't think people are ready for. We're not touching the seriousness of trafficking. Like the videos that I've made, the videos that I've started to make, this is not This is not even touching. This is the gist of it, and I think so many people are quick to raise a sign and say adrenochrome, but you don't know what it means, and you don't know why it's such a thing, why it's such a strong thing in trafficking, and how what makes it so strong. You know that they're drinking children's blood, but you don't know what they're doing to those children to make their blood strong enough to cause something to flip your system in order to keep you in the fountain of youth. No one believes that because it sounds like an unreal horror Disney movie that someone wrote. You know what I'm saying?
It kind of is.
Ollie said these poor young kids were taken to parties without any parents or responsible adults. They were forced to do disturbing things that scarred them for life. Can you imagine how badly damaged they must be now? What's even more horrifying is that Ollie claims some of Diddy's associates had a fetish for the douche of kids. They would choose a few boys, give them food that caused stomach problems, and made sure they had diarrhea during the freak-offs. Even worse, they made those boys lie in their own feces while recording it.
Watching an episode called Pig Night. When I went, they tried to feed us, and I remember it because when
Pig
you
night.
have to do
Say what?
borders jobs like that, you don't eat. You're not allowed to eat. You actually have to starve yourself, because when you have to do those type of jobs, you can't eat because you will throw up.
Really?
If you are doing, or if you are a guy doing it, you will shit everywhere.
Oh boy.
When this happens, your parents will get mad at you. Really mad at you. And if that is a fetish for someone, they use that to their advantage. So if you throw up on someone, you will have to eat it. If you someone, you will have to.
It's not confirmed if the jurors were really bribed or if Ollie's claims about the FBI are true. But many people believe her, and they think something shady is definitely going on. One person said, "I am praying for all the children to be protected, delivered, saved, and healed. God has put them on my heart to pray constantly. I hear on the news and social media that many are being found. Praise the Lord. I also pray for the protection and healing for you and your family," another person said. Ollie Carter's words have gradually reached more people since she started speaking out. Campaign is working. Patience and persistence will continue to pay off, but now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Diddy allegedly paying off the jurors? And do you think Ollie Carter wasn't allowed to testify because she would have taken the case in a direction the prosecutors didn't want? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.